Hey guys, my name is Atif and welcome to 32nd part of Real Estate App Development Series. In this part, we will continue implementing the logic to update the property. We will update the property details, upload new images, and delete existing images. So let's start by opening the project in Android Studio and come at the end of the else statement of the validate data function. There we need to add a condition if is edit mode. This condition will be called if we are here to edit the property. Also create the else statement that will be called if we are here to add a new property. In the else statement, we will call the function post add. To update the property, we will create another function similar to the post add function, private function, name it as update property. After creating the function, make sure to call this function in the if statement, that is, if is edit mode. Call the update property function. Now come again in the update property function. We will copy the code of progress dialog and to replace the floors, bedrooms, and bathrooms with the value 0 in case of empty. Copy it and paste it in the update property function. After pasting it, make sure to change the message of the logcat. Also, message of the progress dialog that will be updating property. Okay, now the next step is to prepare the data that we want to update for the property. For that, we will use the hash map value, hash map equal to hash map. Key will always of type string. Value can be of any type, so we will use any. Also, value can be null, so we will use question mark. Now we will start putting the data into the hash map using hash map. First of all, we will put the purpose of the property. So key name will be purpose equal to put the value of the variable purpose. Similarly, we will add the category of the property. Key name will be category. Variable name for the category is category. And now we will put the subcategory of the property. Key name will be subcategory. Variable name is subcategory. After putting the purpose category and subcategory, we need to put the title of the property. So key name will be title. Variable name is title. Similarly, we will add the description of the property. Use the description as a key name. Variable name is description for the property description. Now next we will add the email for the property. Key name will be email. Variable name for the email is email. Next we will add the phone number, which is divided into two parts, phone code and phone number. Phone code is actually the country code. Similarly, we will add the phone number. Key name will be phone number. Variable name is phone number. That contains the phone number of the user. After adding the phone number, we will add the country of the property. Key name is country. Variable name is country. After adding the country of the property, we will add the city of the property. And after adding the city, we also need to add the state of the property. Similarly, we will add the address of the property. For that, key name will be address. Value is available in the variable with name address. Next, we will add the area size of the property, which is divided into two parts, area size unit and area size. So we will start from the area size unit. Key name is the area size unit and value is available in the variable with name area size unit. Similarly, add the area size of the property. Key name is area size. Value is available in the variable with name area size, which is of type string. We need to convert it to double using area size dot to double. Now we are adding the floors of the property. Key name is floors. Value is available in the variable with name floors, which is of type string. We have converted it to long using dot to long. Similarly, add the bedrooms of the property, which should also of type long, and bathrooms of the property, which is available in the variable name with bathrooms. Make sure to convert it to long using dot to long. After adding it, we will add the price of the property. Key name will be price. Value is available in the variable name with price that is of type string. We need to convert it to double using price dot to double. At the end, we need to add the latitude and longitude of the property, which is already of type double, so we don't need to convert them. Latitude and longitude are the variables that we have defined in the class level, which are of type double. Okay, with that, the data setup is now completed. Now we need to update it to the Firebase. For that, we will create the instance of the Firebase database reference value. Name it as reference equal to Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference as a pass properties. Since we need to update the data of a specific property, so we need to pass the property ID using reference dot child. Pass the property ID, that is property ID for edit. After that, call the function update children and pass the hash map. We also need to add the success listener using dot add on success listener. That will be called if the data is successfully updated. In that case, we will show a success message in the logcat using log.t. Similarly, we need to dismiss the progress dialog using progress dialog.dismiss. Right after that, we will call the function upload images storage because after updating the Firebase data, we need to start uploading the new images. This function requires a parameter of type string that should contain the property ID. So we have passed property ID for editing. After that, we have added the failure listener using dot add failure listener. Rename the parameter with name E, which is of type exception. In that case, we will print the exception in logcat using log.e. First parameter is tag, second parameter is custom message, third parameter is the exception. After that, we need to dismiss the progress dialog using progress dialog.dismiss. We also need to show the exception message to user using toast. MyUtils.toast. First parameter is the context. Second parameter is the message we want to show. That is failed to update due to include the exception message using e.message. And that's it. Now we will look into the upload images storage function that we have created while implementing the logic to add the property. Want to become a better Android developer? Welcome to our Android app development blog, your one-stop resource for mastering Android Studio. Here you will find clear step-by-step tutorials on all important topics. And the best part is, each tutorial is available in the Java, Kotlin, and Jetpack Compose. Whether you are a beginner or building your next big app, our blog will help you code smarter and faster. So start exploring now and take your Android development skills to next level. Before proceeding further, we will review the code of update property function. Okay, now our next step is to implement the logic to allow the user to remove the property images from the Firebase. For that, open the adapter image with class. To remove the uploaded image of the property, we need the property ID, which we don't have yet. So we will create third parameter in the constructor of the adapter image with private value. Name it as property ID, which will be of type string. After adding the parameter, we will open the post add activity class and move to the load images function, where we have created the instance of the adapter image pic. As a third parameter, we will pass the property ID, that is property ID for editing. This is a variable of type string defined in class level that contains the ID of the property. Okay, now open the adapter image pic class again and start implementing the logic to delete the image of the property from the Firebase. For that, come in the click listener of close button. Here we will create a condition to check if model image pic dot is from internet. This condition will be called if the image is from the Firebase. Create an else statement that will be called if the image is picked from camera or gallery. In the if statement, we will implement the logic to delete the image from the Firebase. For that, we will create a separate function, private function. Name of the function will be delete image Firebase. This will require two parameters. First parameter will be model image picked. Second parameter is the position, that is the position of the list. Type of this parameter will be integer. After creating the function, make sure to call this function in the if statement. First parameter will be model image picked. As a second parameter, pass the position, which is of type integer. We have defined model image pic in start of this function, and the position is the second parameter of on bind view folder. To delete an image of the property, we need property ID and image ID. We have the property ID. Now we will get the ID of the image value image ID equal to model image pic dot ID. Now we will print the property ID in the logcat using log.d. First parameter is tag, second parameter is custom message including the property ID. Similarly, we have print the image ID in the logcat. Now we will create instance of the database reference value, name it as reference equal to Firebase database dot get instance dot get reference. In the path, pass properties. Now we will put the property ID using reference dot child, pass the property ID dot child images. Now pass the ID of the image using dot child image ID. Right after that, call the function dot remove value. This will be used to remove the image from the Firebase. Add success listener using dot add on success listener, which will be called if image is successfully deleted. Print a simple message in logcat that will indicate that image is deleted. Log.d. First parameter is tag, second parameter is message. Also show the message in toast using myutils.toast. First parameter is context and second parameter is the message, that is property image deleted. After deleting it from the Firebase, we also need to remove it from the recycler view. This process might cause exceptions, so we will do that in the try block. Image pic remove, pass the model image pic. We also need to notify the adapter using notify item removed, pass the position. Now create the catch block that will contain a parameter of type exception. In that condition, we will show the exception in logcat using log.e. Now create the failure listener using dot add on failure listener that contains a parameter of type exception. In that case, we will print the exception in logcat using log.e. Pass the exception as third parameter. We also need to notify the user about the exception message using myutils.toast. First parameter is context, second parameter is the message we want to show. That is fail to delete due to include the exception message using key.message. And with that, the code for the adapter image pic class is now completed. Open the post add activity class again and move to the load property details function. Here we need to initialize the variables address, country, state, and city, which we have defined in class level. Country equal to model property dot country. Provide the default value in case of null, that will be an empty string. Similarly, initialize the state equal to model property dot state. In the last, we need to initialize the city equal to model property dot city. All these variables are defined in the class level and are of type string. If we don't initialize them here and update the property without picking a new location, values of these variables will become empty in the Firebase real-time database. Now in the onCreate function, we need to add click listener on back button using binding dot toolbar back button dot set on click listener. Just call the function finish. This will finish this activity and move back to previous activity. And with that, our code is now completed. Before starting testing the project, we will review the whole class again. So if there is an issue, we will fix it before starting testing. In this part, we have done implementing the logic to update the property details Upload newly picked images. Also, delete the property images from the Firebase. In update property function, we have assigned wrong value to the floors, so fix it by floors dot to long. After fixing it, move to the load property details function. Here, instead of add value event listener, we need to use add listener for single value event because we don't need real-time changes here. So far, we have done this for the property details. We need to do the same for the property images. So let's do this for the property image. Instead of add value event listener, we will use add listener for single value event. And that's it. Now we will run the app in an emulator or in real device. And while the app is running, we will copy the tag which we have defined in the class level. So copy the tag, open the log app and paste the tag here. So it will show only those logs which are printed using this tag. When the app runs successfully from the property list, click a property that is added by currently logged in user. Click the edit button. This will move to the post add activity. First thing that we need to make sure is it should set the existing details of the property to the UI. Now do some changes in the property details. For example, number of floors, bedrooms, bathrooms, area size, price of the property, title of the property, description of the property. After changing the details of the property, we will pick an image, click gallery, pick an image. This will show in the recycler view images. Click the pick images option again, click gallery, pick another image. This should also show in the recycler view. Now remove one of the images that is already uploaded to Firebase. This will remove from the Firebase as well as from the recycler view. Now remove the image that we have newly picked from the gallery and click the update property button. It will start updating the property details as well as it will upload the image that we have newly picked from the gallery. Okay, that's it for now. We will continue from here in next part. Did you know that more than 80% of the viewers have not subscribed to my channel? If you are one of them, kindly subscribe it because it takes a lot of time and effort.